TigerPayX team. Yatharth, Prab, great to see you guys again. We've had an amazing launch. Things have been absolutely popping off. So why don't we, for the people who don't know you, tell us a little bit more about yourselves and how the business has been built. So Prab, if you want to go ahead and get started.
Thank you so much, Tony. So my name is Prav. Everyone who don't know about us, we started TigerPay more than 2.5 years ago. Uh, I have an engineering background, worked in McKinsey also and Rocket Internet, and then we started TigerPay 2.5 years ago. Currently, we have 3,000 plus active merchants with over 17,500 plus merchant signups. We're processing more than 100 million annually right now. So this is what we started with, and now we built TigerPay X, which is nothing but a blockchain layer on top of TigerPay, where we're building a cross-border neobank for stablecoins for to help merchants accept payments from all parts of the world using stablecoins. So this is what we've launched in the market now.
Okay, excellent. Yatharth?
Yeah, sure. So I think I would like to highlight that I've been in the crypto space or blockchain space since 2017. I started off like a blockchain developer since I was like 17 years old, working on different algorithms, working on different protocols. Back in 2019, I started to be very active in this space because that time Dubai was booming with this era, especially Abu Dhabi. And that time, I think I was working and building solutions like budgeting systems of Abu Dhabi by the Department of Finance Abu Dhabi, and they also rewarded me for the same for making a blockchain-based budgeting system for them. Then in 2021, they promoted me more and they awarded me as the FinTech Talent of the Year by ADGM, which is the Abu Dhabi Global Markets. So since then, I've been to the space and building different protocols, working on different problems, from making pharmaceuticals more secure by giving a blockchain tracking systems to them, and also making electoral systems and then parking systems with the government of South Korea. So yeah, with this experience of mine, I think of the past 2.5 years, I've been working more into adding AI layers on blockchain as well. And I joined Prop this year, and now we are hoping to get into, and we just got into Web3 this year, and we're hoping for a good future ahead because when I see getting a AI layer added on blockchain, and
Mhm.
especially in the fintech era, blockchain has been immense and it has been disruptive as well. So we're just making and building on the same. And I think the narrative of having a neobank on chain where everyone is self-custodian and no one holds their money is a really good idea because in today's date, everyone is scared of anyone else holding anyone else's money. So my money is with me and I also on the banking rails. So yeah, that's about it.
Excellent. Greatly appreciate it. And I noticed there was a little bit of confusion regarding how TigerPay and TigerPayX kind of work together from a legal structure. So if you guys want to, I guess probably if you want to go ahead and dive into that and give us more insight on how kind of the legal structure is set up, it'd be great.
I think there was a lot of things we read on Twitter that people thought that TigerPay and TigerPayX are not related. We are related. I don't have a twin brother which is
Right.
building some other company. So TigerPay and TigerPayX are very much related and legally binding.
Okay.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I think to add on, I think just Tiger Pay was into the fiat world, and now Tiger Pay X takes it global on Web3. So yeah, it's the same
Mhm.
entity, same company, but just different vision and a much
Right.
larger vision than just fiat.
Very cool. And I think it'd be interesting too if you guys can elaborate on how you're bringing, the phenomenal amount of merchants that you're already working with. How are you bringing them on chain?
See, actually, I'll tell you. So when we started, and like in the last 2.5 years, like I told you, we have a great merchant base. So bringing them on chain is very easy for us because we know them very, very deeply. We actually surveyed regarding this also. We
Mhm.
surveyed like more than 500 merchants ourselves in with our existing merchant base. See, actually, when we started, I'll give you a perspective. When we started, our fees was 2.9% plus 1 dirham and 3.9% plus 1 dirham for local and international cards with a 7 day settlement. When we shifted to 1.95% for local cards and 2.4% for international cards, with the next working day settlement, we grew around 72x in the last 12 months. So what does
Okay.
the merchant want? Merchant wants only two things: is money to come as fast as possible and with the cheapest amount of fees possible, right? So now
Mhm.
with on chain, we exactly know what messaging the merchant wants to hear. The merchant wants to again hear how he can get his money faster. So with on chain, with using stable coins, the money can come. So he doesn't even need to wait for the next working day. It can come in like under 30 seconds, right? What is the stablecoin transfer uh,
Right.
speed? And the fees from 2.4% can even reduce corridor wise, but can even reduce up to like less than 1.5% or maybe less than 1%. So this is exactly what merchant
Mhm.
wants to hear. So bringing them on chain is very easy for us because we exactly know what they want, and we're already dealing with them since like 2.5 years, more than 2.5 years.
Right. Excellent. Very cool. Why don't we go ahead and dive into the platform? I know some of us have seen it before, but other people are, still learning, more about you guys and,
Yeah.
your vision for, how we can bring these merchants on chain and offer them, a lot of cool DeFi capabilities. So
Yeah.
talk to us more about how the adoption has been with these merchants. And you said, obviously, you've experienced, hockey stick astronomical growth, with this product. So what has the vision been and how have you been able to achieve that?
So I think the
Uh,
platform.
Yeah, so I think you're right because in our already created customer base, we started off creating surveys and get to know that what does our customer wants, and we started off surveying them, and what we initially thought was that maybe 40 to 50% will be interested to go on chain on stable rails, but then once the survey was completely done in the past 2 months, we actually realized that we were completely wrong, and the adoption and awareness for stables have increased like really skyrocketing, and at least 80 to 85% of the merchants were already aware how stables work and how it can reduce their transaction fees and reduce the settlement time as well. So we're also shocked that 85% of them wanted. So slowly, we will take the fiat payments on chain, starting off with 10% of the total volume, then 15% of the total volume, then 20% of the total volume. So that's our like initial goal. And we're not just trying to build another wallet because there's so many wallets in the market, it's super crowded. We're rebuilding payment rails. So basically, TigerPayX sits between on-chain money and real-world e-commerce or commerce. Stable coins move value, and we are not into creating stable coins because stable coins are already there, which move value. We handle settlements, compliance, and scale because most of the times the merchants they get stuck into compliance. So we, as building infrastructure, we handle all the settlements, compliance, and scales for them. And the major mode I would say is that any app can be copied, but infrastructure gets embedded. So
Mhm.
nobody actually remembers that who built UI on anyone else's wrapper because everything depends on the rails. So we're actually focusing on building the infrastructure rails as of now.
Okay. Epic. Yeah. Do you want to go ahead and share your screen and walk us
Yeah,
through,
sure.
how it actually works for merchants and some of the setup? Because I know you guys have also some like really cool DeFi and staking that the merchants, can
Yeah.
take advantage of. Um, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we see your screen now.
Yeah, so this is our website, and like as we are going live in UAE, India, and Philippines, and we'll very soon be available in USA, UK, and Latin America. So I'll just directly hop onto the merchant dashboard. So it looks like this is like demo store of a merchant, and you can basically see how much you hold in your different tokens or coins. And so I think one of the major features which I want to talk about is our ROAR score, which is a credit score, which is again comes onto our lending part, because I know people have been working a lot on payments, but our customer is a merchant, and merchant mostly requires working value or a working capital. And that's why we are getting into lending more focused and building on already created lending protocols and with isolated vaults. So ROAR credit score is something which is calculated again using our AI algorithm on the blockchain layer. And how it works is, so first of all, it calculates the number of transactions you are doing and with how much volume you are doing, and then also how much money you're already holding. So basically, we are not just asking for collateral, rather we are building your credit score,
Mhm.
and we can also provide you in future non-collateral lending with your already created credit score without even providing us a collateral, which is currently not available in any protocol in blockchain. So we're currently working on that as well. And then when I talk about how it makes easier for a merchant to take payment, so you can just go and create a payment link to get payment from someone. You can earn a yield on your already stored money over here, and you can also take a loan, which is our lending feature. So you can add or withdraw any using any method, your bank account Swift, your UPI, which is the Indian
Oh,
local
UPI.
method,
Excellent. Yeah, super
yeah,
powerful.
your Gcash, which is a Philippines local method, and in UAE you can use Ani to just on and off ramp your money. Similarly, you can withdraw using same things as well. And you can create payment links. For example, I can just create a payment link for example, 1500 USD I need to take from my merchant who sent me some groceries or maybe anything, and then it expires in 24 hours. So it just creates you a payment link, and now you
Mhm.
can go to this link and you can pay in either stables or your local way. If you even use your local method to pay like UPI, we in the back end do everything for you. So merchant has to need not to be confused with stable coins or what it is. In everything in the back end, we handle them for that. and then you can always yield your money whichever you make from other merchants, which your profit is, and you can request a loan from us, which we aggregate to other loan giving entities, and we get this thing done for you.
Mhm.
And then here you can see all of your transactions and analytics as well. And here you can always update your row score, and which just keeps on getting updated with more transactions you do. So
Okay.
this is what the platform, and we are looking forward to launch in Q1, including our crypto cards as well, using which any merchant can make payments just by using the card, and they need not have any specific requirement to off-ramp the money as well. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. I wanted to just sorry if you could go back there. I wanted
Yeah.
to
Sorry.
highlight that ROAR score and understand a
Yeah.
little bit more about how that's actually calculated.
Yeah.
I know there's some AI involved as well, but can you give us a little bit of a picture of how that works and how that leads
Yeah.
to the merchants being able to access deeper
Yeah.
credit?
Yeah. Yeah, so I think to make it more easier, I'll relate ROAR score to a real life credit score, which we build in any country, either in India or in the US. For example, the more transactions you do and the more you use your credit card, you keep on building, or the more loans you take, and if you keep them, like you keep giving them back on time, it keeps building your credit score. So in a similar manner, on chain, more and more transactions you do with what amount of volume, and if you have taken a collateral loan lending before from any protocol, we manage that as well. And you just need to put your verified wallet with us, and we do whole analytics of it, and we see if you are compliant for it as well. So these three are the major parameters, and we just evaluate these three major parameters, and and on that basis we give you a score. And if your score is like eligible for what amount of non-collateral loan we can provide you, we work on that basis.
Mhm.
And we also know that, in addition to what Yatharth mentioned, we also know that how much money as a merchant you are making per month, right? So
Mhm.
we have that data. So we give you a multiple, that the multiple depends from merchant to merchant and score to score again. But we give you a multiple on top of that, that this is the amount of loan we can give you every month.
Okay, excellent. Very cool. And talk to us more about how the yield is generated. Are y'all utilizing an external protocol for that, or because I saw that the yield is quite high as well?
Yeah, so I think on the yield basis, we are working with different product protocols like Daybridge and Jupe, and that's not something what we do, but we just use again an AI layer to find out the best yielding protocol for the user, and using
Mhm.
that we try to get the most out of it.
Excellent. And I was curious to understand the type of adoption that you're seeing with the merchants. Do you have any numbers that you can share with us about how many merchants are actually using this and what the adoption has been like?
Yeah, so I think we've already been live in a beta version. And if I talk about in the past 2 weeks, we already made around 25 to 30 merchants onboarded from globally, like not even just from a specific region, but globally, who are making their transactions cross borders. And most of them, I would like to say, they're usually working on not with export import trades, but for other things as well, like, for example, holiday homes and car rental companies.
Okay, excellent. Uh, Very cool. Great to see. Anything else in the platform you'd like to show us?
I think as of now it's this, but I think soon we are coming up with the complete lending protocol soon, and we'll be sharing out with the community that very soon as well.
Okay, excellent. And is there anything else on the roadmap for the product you want to share?
Yeah, I think the major next upcoming product roadmap would be, so we will launch the complete product in public and hopefully by in January. And the next steps would be rolling out our cards. And in the Q1 as well, we're expecting to roll out our cards as well. And then after that, we want to really work and complete our lending protocol to solve this major problem, which is globally faced by merchants and individuals. And because taking a lending or loan from a bank is quite tricky and it's not quite easy. So we want to solve this problem on chain. So
Mhm.
that's will be like we'll be highly focusing on. And then we want to build our infrastructure so that others can build on us, basically use our infrastructure to build more on neobanks and solve more problems. So we're consolidating the infrastructure in a way so that others can build upon it.
Okay, excellent. I mean, what's so beautiful is you're really bringing Web 2 to Web 3. I mean, people talk about this subject quite a lot, but you guys are actually doing it in the trenches. So absolutely love that aspect. Share with us too the amount of merchants that you're currently working with and the current volumes that you're seeing just with the whole business.
So right now, like I told you, we have 3,000 plus active merchants and 17,500 plus merchant signups, and slowly every merchant and processing 100 million dollars annually. So slowly every merchant which is, so we have a Tiger Pay base, and slowly every merchant is shifting to Tiger Pay X, especially
Mhm.
cross border merchants like Yatharth told that some like holiday home companies, car rental companies. See, these always have tourists come in, right? Wherever these companies are present. So it's very
Absolutely.
easy for them to accept stable coin payments immediately, and then they have an option of off ramping to the bank. And I feel that I think we plan that every week. So we believe in building in public, and the community should get to know that what we are
Mhm.
building, what is the progress every week. So either me or Yatharth will be coming live every week and to show you the
Mhm.
progress on a weekly basis. So I think that will
Excellent.
the community should.
Yeah, and of course too, you've now that the token launch has already transpired, you have like a new audience and a new community of
Yeah.
traders and speculators, whatnot. How can they benefit from kind of being a part of the community,
Yeah.
and what kind of like rewards do you have for them?
Yeah. So I think the token is basically used to access Tiger Pay X services because any user or merchant, they can whoever has the token, they can reduce fees and increase settlement priority. So we'll always support the people who supported us initially. So yeah, so it can actually reduce their transaction fees, which is normally for a general person, and it'll increase the settlement priority for us. And second thing would be APIs, payment links, and advanced routing will have token-based tiers. So for example, how many payment links you can generate, everything will be working on the token-based layers or tiers. And as volume increases, token relevance will increase as well organically. Because, for example, there's a merchant A and there's a merchant B, there's a user A, there's a user B. User A has been supporting us since the day one who is working on our token, and user B is just a new user. So we'll always prioritize the user A who has always been helping us in a way that reducing his transaction fees and increasing his settlement priority to very quickly than the others. And one more thing will be that in future, once we have more volumes and then we are bringing out new features or opening new routes and opening up new countries, we'll give them governance rights as well.
Mhm. Excellent. And yeah, let's hear a little bit more about what the roadmap looks like in terms of, getting to new countries,
Yeah.
and going, making the platform, more and more global. Where are you currently at and where do you foresee things going
Yeah.
in next year?
Yeah, so I think currently we're majorly focusing on Asia Pacific. If I talk about Asia Pacific, then mostly on the first thing would be UAE, India, and then Philippines, Vietnam, and Hong Kong. And our first half of the year, we're targeting these countries, and then slowly we are transitioning into LATAM as well because we know LATAM is a crowded market, but again, it's a huge market, so I have space for every player. And once we've targeted the Asia Pacific, the next hop on would be to LATAM. And I think that's our current plan for the next year to work on. And we are slowly opening up and partnering with the right people in the right countries because I think this market is quite fragmented. Though what we need to do is just join the right fragments and then get on to work. So we're just partnering with the right people in the right countries and joining these fragments to make a whole super app.
Okay, excellent. Very cool. So yeah, I mean, is there anything else you think important to share based on all the? I'm sure you guys have
Yeah,
been flooded with questions
yeah,
from the community, of course. But you guys have
yeah,
been extremely transparent and available, and I think everybody in the community really appreciates that. And
yeah.
yeah, like of course, like there's been FUD around like Cyrene AI. So I don't know if you guys wanted to mention something about that as well.
Yeah. I think I would just like to mention that everything which has been happening is transparent because again we are on chains, everything is visible, and we are here to build. And we are here to build infra. We're not here to promise any money back guarantees or any financial advices that you can make money with us or something like that because we just believe that price follows usage and usage follows trust and trust follows execution. So we're just putting our head down and focusing on execution because revenue matters more than the charts. If there is
Yeah.
no revenue, buybacks don't mean anything, right? So we are just putting our head down and following the execution because once our execution is good, the trust will automatically come. So yeah.
And to add to that, I think we are just building, we are just doing what we do best, which is building, right? And
Yeah.
we have proved that in the last 2.5, 3 years. It's not that something we've just started from scratch. We have already proved in the fiat world and now we're proving in the blockchain world. And we already have like a huge merchant base to leverage on. I think that is our edge.
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
not like I've noticed like in the blockchain world, no one even like some founders because I'm relatively new to the blockchain world and Yatharth, and I was noticing that no one has its own DP. No one like people don't show their faces, and we have nothing to hide. We are fully transparent. We like you can see our faces. We know what we're building, and we're doing what we do best, which is building, and that's what we are just focusing on, building the platform, getting revenue, being profitable, and the token is something which is like as a side effect. We're not focusing on that, right? We're just focusing on the infrastructure and the rates. And
Yeah.
that I feel that, and it's our duty to update the public, the community, that okay, this is what we're doing, and if they believe in us, then they'll keep on buying, and then that is just a side effect. That is
Yeah, and I think I also like to add on that we never consider any holders are like exit liquidity, rather they are early believers in the infrastructure. Because I'm focusing more and more on building an infra because that's what we are here to build. Because builders, merchants, and partners, we are here with them for long term. Because we're not here to win a week. We're here to win this decade. And payment bring users, and our infrastructure will make sure that they retain with us, and our lending will compound their values. So we are looking like this, like a full loop and like a full house.
Absolutely. Yeah. Very well said. Greatly appreciate it. I mean, the transparency is, fully on point, and I mean, the business speaks for itself. The metrics are, just beautiful, and I think the opportunity for growth, Web 2 to Web 3, is tremendous. So, thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate it. It's been fun, chatting with you guys, and yeah, we're happy to, be, transparent moving forward, and do streams as much as the community demands. So. Yeah, stoked to be here, and yeah, Tiger, PayX, man, you guys are special.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
All right, cool.
Thank you. Cheers.
Okay.
Bye-bye.